Ladies and gentlemen, motherfucking welcome back. Happy Monday. Sorry I'm late. I just realized I look crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's been a crazy morning. It was a crazy night. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking crazy today. It's a crazy day. But welcome back. Happy Monday. I hope you had just a wonderful weekend. I really, really do. Let me make sure everything's working. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you got to do everything that you love to do. Stand by. It looks like most things are working. Except for stand by, sorry. I just gotta get things working. Okay, we're good. Okay, I think we're good. Anyway, focus. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Happy Monday. Happy to be here. Excited to have you. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I had a bit of a long weekend, but it was fine. We finished the floor in my basement because I know that you care, because I know that you really want to hear about the fact that I put a new floor in my basement last weekend and this weekend, or this last weekend and the weekend before. The last two. I know that you care, which is why I'm telling you. So that's done. So that's kind of almost done. So that's cool. Yeah, sorry I'm late today. Apologies. I had actually I had a really old friend of mine who I haven't actually seen in like a little over a year. She hadn't seen the baby yet. She finally had some time to stop by this morning. And so we've been, hanging out, visiting with the baby, talking, etc. all morning. So I'm a little bit late. I apologize, but it couldn't be helped. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just got to prioritize friends and family, It's important. It's very important. U71, what is up, my dude? Welcome, brother. Welcome. Happy Monday. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time. Thank you for stopping by. Stand by 1 second. I got to turn my fan on because it is hot as Satan's taint during a pickup basketball in the middle of fucking July in here. 1 second. I'll be right back. Anyway, yeah. Welcome. Good to have you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am not going to run my mouth too much. I'm not going to run my mouth too much today. I know, it's kind of my thing. I normally yap for like the first hour or so, but I kind of want to just jump right into Black Flag. I've kind of been looking forward to it all weekend. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked to get back into it. So we're not going to spend a lot of time talking today. Also, like I said, I was busy all morning, so I haven't had time to go through the news, find anything interesting to talk about or anything like that. But I do have I got a couple of things I want to talk about, bro, because wow. This weekend, two things I want to talk about. First is, I want to talk about the Black Flag, the Assassin's Creed, the Ubisoft fan base. Y'all kind of soft, bro. Like I put out a couple of videos this weekend, right? About Black Flag. Just like clips from last week's stream, right? I think what did we play? 2 days? When the fuck did this game launch? Yeah, we played 2 days because the game launched on Thursday. So I had some streams and I had a little bit of time. So I clipped a couple of things from my streams, put out a couple of shorts this weekend, right? And like 2 of those shorts were different points where I was complaining about some shit that we were dealing with in the game. Right? Like minor stuff. Like you know me. You know how I do. I'm emotional. You know what I mean? I have highs, I have lows. So when things piss me off, I tend to voice my opinion. And when I enjoy things, I also voice my opinion. So I put out a couple different videos. A couple of those videos were me complaining. about some things in the game, and a couple of those videos were me praising the game. One of those videos was me basically saying so like how much I enjoyed the game. You know, how much I was really loving the game. Bro, the 2 videos that I put out where I was bitching about the game, y'all soft as marmalade, my dude. Those videos, the comments on those videos, the white knighting, the 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 corporate white knighting in those videos, the Ubisoft fans came out of the woodwork. I almost got my first ratio. I almost got my first ratio this weekend complaining about minor shit in an Ubisoft game. Y'all are on another level, bro. Relax. Relax, Ubisoft fans. It's not that serious. First of all, you didn't make the game. I'm not attacking you personally. I'm not attacking you personally. I think you're probably a swell guy. We would probably get along. Like, for real, for real. We would probably get along. Secondly, uh, like you can you can be annoyed by things and you can also enjoy things. Like, you can dislike some things about a thing and enjoy other things about a thing, which brings me to the second part of this. The videos that I put out where I was actually praising the game, none of y'all showed up on those videos. Like, if you love the company so much, if you love Ubisoft so much that you want to jump to their defense, why aren't you there when somebody's talking good about the company? Listen, bro, I don't care how much you white knight for Ubisoft. They're not going to pick you, boo-boo. They're not going to pick you. I'm sorry. They're just not. What's up, Six? Good morning, my dude. Ubisoft, the corporate fanboy. I know, bro, it blew my fucking mind, dude. Like, I put out like 4 videos, I think, about the game over the weekend. Like, and a couple of those videos were me like bitching about certain things, and then a couple of those videos were me praising the game. The videos where I was bitching, bro, the Ubisoft White Knights. Oh my God, I almost got my first ratio. I kid you not. I kid you not. I was showing my wife, I was like, what is happening right now? Like, what is even happening? What's up, dude? Good morning, brother. Good to see you, bro. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Cryptic. In other news, did you see Asha was named an advisor for the Fed Reserve? Bro, did I ever? Did I ever? So I didn't have time to actually like dig into it. I just saw the announcement. I think last night I saw the announcement in like one of my feeds or something. Yeah, like what is up with that? Like, isn't she also currently, while she's an advisor for the Federal Reserve on the job task force, isn't she also currently kind of embroiled in a bit of a controversy over H1B1s? Like, what is happening? What is even happening with our like corporate fucking government structure in America? Are we just not even pretending anymore? Are we not even we have just gotten to the point. We have just gotten to the point where everybody just accepts. Yeah. Yep. Shit. I mean, just it's all corrupt. It's all corrupt. That's how we're doing things now. I guess. I guess. Yeah. Bro, that's how you increase your productivity. Exactly. Exactly, man. I mean, well, you know what they say, right? The easiest cost to reduce is variable expenses, which is the corporate term for wages, right? They say that's the easiest cost to reduce is your variable expenses, i.e. your wages, right? So fire the people with high wages and hire the people with low wages to do their work instead, I guess. So yeah, man, I did see that. I didn't see a lot about it, but I saw it and immediately I was just like, what are we even doing? Tiny, the country has fallen. I know, bro. I know. I know. And it's like, I sit here and I laugh about it because it's, you know, it's like you either laugh about it or you cry about it. You know what I mean? And I just don't have, I don't have the mental capacity to cry about it. Like, I have to laugh about it because if not, I'll go insane. But yeah, man, it's wow. Just wow. Just wow. Just absolutely wow. That this woman who, look, and I'm not like, it doesn't have anything to do with anything. I'm just saying she went from like doing AI stuff, basically, right? Was what she did before. So that's where her kind of field of experience lies, is in managing AI products, I think, right? Was kind of what she did before. I think she did that sort of thing for Instagram, and then I think did a similar sort of thing for Microsoft, right? If I'm correct. Something like that. So like AI products or something. So that's like where her experience lies. So she goes from doing that for I guess like the majority of her career to all of a sudden one day a light switch flips and she's in charge of both Xbox and a Federal Reserve task force about job, what is it? Job productivity or something. Like, what is going on here? How how do you even get how do you get picked for that? Not just the one, but both at the same time. What am I not seeing? Because there's certainly more to this story. It's sadly turning into a TV series. It feels like it, man. It feels like you know, if FX were to make a drama series about if the government just went like full on technocratically corrupt, right? Like if FX was to make a TV series about that, right? About like, oh, it's 20 years in the future and the government has just become a transparently corrupt technocracy and we're making a drama about this. That's what real life feels like. Like you couldn't write a better script for this shit. You just couldn't do it. If you were to write this script, people would see it and they would say, that's just too obvious. That would never happen. People wouldn't even believe it. It wouldn't even be a believable drama because people would be like, no way. That's too obvious. They'd never get away with that. People wouldn't let them get away with that. Yet here we are. Here we are. It's happening in real life. Fuck me. Just fuck me in the mouth. that's where we're at. That's where we begin. Bro, stop. Because she's doing great things at making Xbox profitable. I know. Dumping all the studios, consolidating them, and still releasing everyone's favorite titles, now brought to you by one person using 37 agents. I know, I know, I know. I know, man. Like, dude, I was watching something. I don't even know what it was. It's a YouTube video. It had to be a YouTube video. But like somebody was talking about recently when Nintendo went through something very similar. With like the Wii U, right? Remember the Wii U? It was a total disaster. Worst selling Nintendo console of all time, right? Um And I think Nintendo sold like 37 million Wii U's or something, which sounds like a lot to like you or me. 37 million is a big number. But for a company like Nintendo, when it comes to launching a console, that's like a single digit percentage of, you know, what they need to sell, you know, to make money. And so Nintendo, like during the Wii U, And for those years kind of running up to the pandemic, really, they were going through some really difficult financial times, Nintendo. And they faced a similar situation to the one that both Xbox and Sony, will focus on Xbox because Sony seems to be dealing with a PR meltdown, which I want to talk about in just a second. But Xbox seems to be dealing with more of an internal meltdown, where it must really suck to work at Xbox right now. Anyway, so Nintendo went through this, the kind of years leading up to the pandemic, kind of until the Switch launch, right? And if you'll remember that during this time, Nintendo was faced with similar decisions that they needed to make about business restructuring, about finding ways to save money. And like we just said, the typical corporate mindset is that the easiest expenses to cut are your variable expenses, which are people's wages. The easiest way to save money is to put people out on the street, put people who have families into financial limbo. But that is the easiest way to save money. And Nintendo faced a similar circumstance. And when asked what they were going to do, instead of laying people off, instead of cutting studios, what happened was the president and CEO and the entire rest of the executive team, they all took pay cuts, massive pay cuts. The CEO cut his pay by half and then cut it in half again. Significant pay cuts, right? And when asked why he did this, what he said was that developers who are in fear of losing their jobs are not capable of taking the risks required to make great video games. What a mindset. What a way to approach the situation. So the executive team takes the pay cut. They decide to just bleed cash for a while, but to communicate to their engineers, their developers, their partners, to communicate that you are secure. We'll get through this. We're going to do whatever we need to do, but you are safe in your job. Just make the great products that we need you to make. And so they were given the security to make the decisions and take the risks to make truly great things. And what happened? Nintendo released the Switch, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and several other games that will go down in history as some of the most well-loved Nintendo games of all time, right up on the shelf with, you know, games like Mario and Mario Kart, etc., Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong, all that shit, right? And now look at Nintendo. Now, Nintendo is more financially secure than any of the other gaming companies on the planet. While everybody else is raising the price of their consoles by hundreds of dollars, Nintendo is also raising the price of their consoles. They raised theirs by $50. Nintendo was able to weather that storm without firing thousands of employees, and by staying conservative and making good decisions, they were able to get themselves into a place where they are now able to weather this storm in a way where they can mitigate as much of the impact on the consumer as, you know, they possibly can, being Nintendo. Now, I'm not saying that Nintendo is blameless or that Nintendo is some, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? That they're like some like company that's like going out of their way to love their customers, right? They're also charging like $80 for games, and Nintendo has their own woes, but it just shows the difference in approach And I think in this one situation, like, I have to say that I think Nintendo did things the right way. And whatever is happening at Microsoft, I just don't see how it can lead to good outcomes. Because, like you just said, Cryptic, entire teams of people are being lost and they're being replaced by people who are in fear for losing their job every day and are being given inferior tools to complete the same projects, being expected to produce something great when they are now being in a position where producing anything great is just, it's just an impossibility, you know? Sorry, I forgot to add that one person has never picked up a controller ever with a 16 gamer score. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, they faked her whole, didn't they fake her whole fucking like they faked an Xbox account and tried to backdate it to make it look like she had had it for years. Like, come on, man. We all know. Come on. Like, why don't you just try being honest for once? Wii U only failed because they launched it too fast and at the wrong time with no actual reason who/what it's used for. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Wii U was a bad console. It was a bad console and it failed for good reason because, like you said, it didn't make any sense. Like, the Wii already existed. The Wii U wasn't like a meaningful upgrade, or like if you were interested in owning a Wii, you already owned a Wii, and the Wii U didn't seem to give really any significant reason for trading in your Wii for a Wii U. Like, there was no, yeah, the Wii U did not make any sense and it was a bad console, right? So it failed for good reason. But, it's more about how they handled that failure and the financial fallout that followed, and what that led to, which was success and financial security. And Nintendo, the other thing that Nintendo did was during the gaming gold rush of the pandemic, when companies like Xbox and PlayStation were just burning through cash, thinking that the ridiculous amounts of money they were making because more people were gaming than ever was just going to last forever. They spent hundreds of billions of dollars gobbling up studios, right? Like turning themselves into these conglomerate monstrosities with ridiculously ballooned budgets for absolutely everything. And while companies like Xbox and Sony were doing that, Nintendo was busy just playing it conservative, just keeping a low profile, putting out the games they were expected to put out, right? And, like 5-6 years later, look at where we are, and we all knew at the time, like, these companies saw the gold rush and they thought they could make it last forever because that's what greed does. It makes you stupid and it makes you make poor decisions, right? And so what's happening to the gaming industry at large right now, particularly with, companies like Xbox and Sony and all the studios attached to those companies, it's all of their own making. And I just think that it's ironic that Nintendo, of all people, seem to be doing the right thing, at least in some ways, in some regards. What's up, Keegan? Good to see you. Welcome back. I haven't seen you for a while. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a good day. Good to see ya. It wasn't a bad console. It was badly introduced pro mode. It was if you don't have a Wii already, this is perfect for you. But if you already had a Wii, it didn't make sense to upgrade unless you needed an option to play in handheld mode. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, like, I don't mean it was bad in a vacuum. Like, in a vacuum, it was a perfectly good console. It had like you said, the handheld functionality, but it didn't exist in a vacuum. it existed in a world where the Wii was already a well-established platform, and it just wasn't a meaningful it wasn't a meaningful upgrade. Like I said, anybody interested in owning a Nintendo, the Wii had been out long enough that anybody who wanted a Nintendo already owned a Wii, right? And the Wii U didn't really offer any reason to spend that money on the upgrade when you could just instead spend that money on continuing to buy games for your Wii, right? So yeah, like I don't mean it was a bad console in a vacuum. I mean that for the environment in which it was introduced, it was a bad design and a bad console because it just didn't make any sense. They just should have skipped it because you can see in the handheld part of it kind of where they were heading. They just should have skipped it and waited for the Switch. You know, if they'd have done that, they'd have been in good shape. They'd have been in good shape. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, the other that like I guess that's the risk of playing Nintendo's game, right? Of playing the conservative game is that you run the risk of falling behind all the time. And Nintendo kind of always is behind, right? They kind of always are a little bit behind. They don't try to compete in terms of like technological prowess, right? They never have. They try and compete in terms of sort of like innovation and um I don't want to say novelty, but I want to say like, well, in terms of innovating on the gaming experience, right? That's where Nintendo tries to compete. They try to create compelling platforms that fill a like that kind of fill a spot in the gaming space that nothing else really fills. And Nintendo's really good at doing that. And the Switch and their whole handheld lineup is a really good example of that. And I think Nintendo struggled before the Switch in general with kind of finding a meaningful spot in the console market because they kind of through the entire Wii sort of period, they struggled to really fill any meaningful role in the living room that offered anything significant to just kind of the average gamer that any other console choice wouldn't offer, right? There were always the Nintendo buyers who were going to buy the Nintendo console, people with kids, stuff like that. But during that whole Wii era, like they tried with the nunchucks and all the other stuff, but it was never compelling enough to make like kind of the average gamer at large choose the Nintendo Wii over, say, an Xbox or a PlayStation. Like it did offer some sort of unique functionality in kind of the party games and stuff and the way the nunchucks worked. And there was definitely a spot for it there, but it wasn't a big enough spot to really make a significant impact. And I think they made a really smart choice. I think they made a really smart choice when they moved to the Switch by merging their handheld line and their console line just into one unit. Because the Switch ended up being one of their most successful consoles simply because by making the handheld the top of the line Nintendo console, like suddenly it made sense. It offered something that no other console was offering, which was that Nintendo handheld experience. It also offered everything that the Wii line offered, right? And like suddenly the Switch made sense enough that people were buying them in addition to owning an Xbox or a PlayStation. right? Which didn't, there were always people, right? But it didn't happen at large during the Wii era ever. But during the Switch era was like the first time where you saw large, like large numbers of people who had like a primary console, a big boy console, like an Xbox or a PlayStation, picking up a Switch as a second option. And they sold a ton of Switches because of that. So I think that was a really smart move. It's just like Dreamcast. It was too early for its time and failure on proper advertisements. Yeah, I can agree there. I can agree there. And I can also say that I think the Dreamcast is an even kind of it's an even more unfortunate story because Sega never got a redemption arc after that. They released the well, shit, man. Sega made a bunch of mistakes. They did the Sega CD, the 32X, like months before they released the Saturn, and then the Dreamcast came out. Like, man, the Dreamcast was such an incredible console. It was such an incredible console. It beat the other consoles to market in terms of the next gen push, right? It was the first console of that console generation to hit the market. But like you said, like it feels like it was too early. Like people weren't quite ready for the next generation yet. They weren't quite ready yet. They were still heavily invested in their current console generation. And then the Dreamcast came to market, offered next gen before anybody else. But what it didn't offer, and this was largely because of the mistakes with the Sega CD, the 32X, and the Saturn, Sony's relationship with many of their third-party developers had deteriorated over those Saturn years. And so going into the Dreamcast, they were unable to get a lot of third-party developer buy-in. So they released this early next-gen console, but they didn't release a software library for it that was enticing enough to bring people over. Like the Dreamcast, if you remember, didn't even have Madden because it didn't have EA sports games. You remember that's where the 2K, the whole 2K game lineup, that's where it came from because Sony needed to develop their own sports line because they had lost all their third-party support because of the whole fiasco with the 32X, the Sega CD, and the Saturn, right? They had lost all their third-party support. EA just wasn't interested in making sports games for this thing. Many other third-party developers just weren't interested in making games. They wanted to see the thing become successful, and they wanted to know that Sega was actually going to support the thing long enough for their development investment to actually be worth it. And it turned out to be sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy because those studios didn't invest their development into the system was never able to gain a foothold to last long enough for that third-party investment to make sense. And so it just turned into a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it was really sad, man, because if you go back now and you look at that Dreamcast in perspective for its era and look at the library that it did have, it was just a stellar machine, man. The Dreamcast was first to so many things. First to online support for online games, Phantasy Star Online, like just so many firsts and so much innovation in that machine, man. It's a real shame. The VMUs, like what was that? VMUs were like, there was just so much cool shit about the Dreamcast, man. It's such a shame. Such a shame what happened to the Dreamcast. Wii U should have just been sold as an add-on. I agree. Past devices before it, but they tried to sell it as a standalone with no reason why, which is what exactly. What they should have done was they should have just sold the handheld unit as an add-on for your Wii. I think that would have worked a lot better. The Switch was bad, though. I bought one and barely played it. It's a kid's system. I'm gonna disagree with you on that, Tiny. I'm gonna disagree with you on that. Um, I think the Switch is a great system, actually. And I think so, like, for one, I will caveat it, and I will say that Nintendo has always traditionally they've always traditionally supported a younger market. That's for sure. And they go out of their way to make sure that they have a robust game library that makes sense for a younger market. So yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's just Nintendo. But that aside, I will say that the Switch also has a ton of support for like fully matured adult get like shit, bro, you can get Resident Evil Requiem on the Switch. You know what I mean? Um like tons of games coming out on the Switch that are, you know, fully mature games. You don't get like Call of Duty. Call of Duty doesn't usually come to the Switch, stuff like that. But what you do get with the Switch is you get access to the Nintendo library. And bro, I'll tell you what. So for one thing, as a handheld, and just as a handheld console, nothing comes close to the experience you get with the Switch. Trust me. Like, as somebody who has tried the whole PC handheld experience, even the Steam Deck would be the closest, but even the Steam Deck doesn't match the Switch when it comes to battery life, responsiveness, like just everything about that experience is just smooth. It's flawless. You pick it up and it works. Also, like, bro, speaking of physical games, Nintendo is the only place in this current generation where you can go buy a physical game in the store and get the entire experience on that cartridge. Nintendo is the only console, bro, that still offers that. Nobody else offers that. Even the games that are physical on like the Xbox or the PlayStation, they still always require patching, like additional download. Like, it is rare enough to basically not exist to be able to buy a game for either the Xbox or the PlayStation that will install and be runnable from the physical media. Nintendo still delivers that. And even with the like the game key cards and all that, which I hate and I don't support, they are still offering physical game on the disc for people who want that. The entire experience, no network connection, nothing required. You put that cartridge in your Switch and that motherfucking game loads up, bro. And I will tell you what, dude, I will always stand by Nintendo for that, because that experience, my Switch is on my nightstand right now. And I'll tell you what, man, I have been trying to do the PC handheld thing. That Switch, if I could have one, if I had to give up one, I'm keeping the Switch every day of the week, bro. Every day of the week. Every day of the week. And so anyway, going back to the physical game thing, even though they're moving to the key cards, they're still offering that experience. They're deliberately offering that experience. They're charging players more, but you can at least still pay like $10 extra. And they have made an option so that even the games that they're shipping on like key card or whatever, if you want to pay $10 extra, they will ship you that whole game on that cartridge. Which, like, look, man, that's a compromise I can make, you know, to get that experience. So yeah, man, I'm gonna disagree, dude. I'm gonna disagree. I think the Switch is I think it's a fantastic system. I think it's a great console. I think it's a great experience. And it also has games that I just can't get anywhere else. Like, bro, Breath of the Wild, like, um, Tears of the Kingdom, like like all of those Zelda games that like like all the Wii Zelda, like all the Zeldas you can get on the Switch now, which is fucking phenomenal. The Mario games, like, man, those games are so good, dude. They're so good. So good. Like there's so many great Nintendo games that only exist on Nintendo. Yeah, no, that's not true, bro. That's not true. So they do have that. They do have that. The code on a cartridge. They do have that. They do have that. But they also still offer full game on the cartridge. I mean, I have many. I have many. And they also offer, like I was saying, for some of those games that are just the code on the cartridge, like you said, they also offer the option to buy that full game on the cartridge, but you got to pay like extra for it, which again is a compromise I can make. I'll pay extra to receive cartridges so I can taste test it to confirm if they changed flavors. Yeah. I mean, I'll pay extra for that too. Jeff coming in with the 100 bits. What is up, my dude? Welcome, Jeff. Happy Monday, bro. I love you. First and foremost, let me just tell you that I love you. Secondly, it's good to see you. I hope you had a good weekend, bro. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a good day. It's wonderful to see you, bro. So, yeah, tiny. I mean, like I get what you're saying. I do. I understand what you're saying. And I can understand why you would have that perspective. But yeah, I just would push back against it. I would say this, dude. I would say this. If you still have your Switch, I encourage you to give it a chance. Like, look at some of the current game lineup. Find yourself some physical Switch games that exist on the cartridge. You know what I mean? Give yourself that, like, take advantage of what it's good for. Give yourself the opportunity, and, maybe your opinion stays the same, which is fine. But maybe you might find a place for your Switch that you didn't even know existed. Like, you might find a place for it, because mine has a place with me. It really does, man. And I'll tell you what, it's not a console that I would want to lose. In spite of everything, in spite of the fact that I mostly game on PC and I've got my Xbox, that Switch offers something that none of these other systems offer. And it's important to me. It is, man. It is. Yeah, it's good for Mario Kart, Zelda, Smash Bros. I agree. Bro, I played Diablo 3 on my Switch offline. That Switch is the only place that exists now that I can play Diablo without having to be connected to the internet. Diablo 3, that cartridge exists in my Switch case, and it never leaves. Whenever I go anywhere, my Switch comes with me, and Diablo 3 goes with it. Because I'm a Diablo fan. I've always enjoyed Diablo. And that Switch is the only place that exists now where I can play Diablo without an internet connection. Even my PC handheld, I have Diablo 2 Rebirth, or whatever the fuck it is, the Diablo 2 remake. I've got that on my my PC handheld. I can't play that. Like, I can't like go on a trip and play that on the plane without Wi-Fi. Can't do it. Can't do it. Which sucks, sweaty testicles. I can with my Switch. So like that PC handheld is not even, it's not even a true handheld, because most of the games I have on that, I simply can't play without network access, except for my emulators. My emulators work. But most of my, normal games, I can't play without a network. That Switch, I don't need a network access. Every Switch game that I own, full game is on the cartridge. No network is required. And the great thing is, Like, if you plug a Switch game in and you're connected to the internet and there's an update, then it's gonna tell you you need an update. But if you keep that fucker off the internet, like, you never have to update your games either, which is great. I love it. That's great. That's great. Now, if you update the Switch, then you have, like, there's, you know, there's a bunch of obnoxious caveats, but you know what I'm saying. Jeff coming in late, but glad I didn't miss the just chatting portion of the stream. Yeah, me too, bro. Because we actually, when I started the stream, I started late too. I didn't get here until 11:30. And like the first thing I said, I was like, all right, I'm not going to talk long because I don't have much to say. I've had a busy morning, blah, 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 blah. But here we are almost an hour later. I'm still running my mouth. So yeah, I'm glad you could make it too, bro. It's good to see you, man. I love you, bro. I love you. I appreciate you. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're able to make it. And I hope you are having a wonderful day, my dude. I hated Diablo 3, but I understand why people like it. Just not my cup of tea. Yeah, it's not my favorite Diablo. That's for sure. That's for sure. But it's still Diablo. And it's Diablo that I can play whenever I want, wherever I want, however I want. You know? And it's the only place I can get. That's the only Diablo that I can get that way now. Diablo 4, always online. Diablo 3 on any other console or PC, always online. Diablo 2, the remake, always online. Now, I could always install the original or whatever. And I think that would work, but actually, no, that probably still requires BattleNet access now too. So that probably still requires you to be online as well. Who knows? Who knows? But Diablo 3 on my Switch, bro, always works. I wonder if they have Diablo 4 for the Switch. If they have Diablo 4 for the Switch, if they do, I'm buying it. Diablo 4 Switch. Do they have it? Diablo 4 is not available on the original Nintendo Switch due to hardware limitations. However, ratings leaked by the Indonesian and Taiwanese boards indicate the game and its Lord of Hatred expansion are actively in development for the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2. Fuck, I need a Nintendo Switch 2. It better not be online only. Oh, man, here's Riker discussing it. Here's Riker talking about it. It might be online only. See, if that's the case, I don't want it. All right, what do we got, Riker? All right, whatever. We'll see. Yeah, yeah, I know. I've got it for the. Yeah, I know. It is like a fully online game. That's part of the whole deal. Is it's like the MMO. I fucking love Diablo 4. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I played the shit out of that game, man. Played the shit out of that game. I haven't played it in a while. I haven't played it in a long time, but actually just talking about it now, I'm going to play some Diablo tonight. I'm going to play some Diablo tonight in bed. Probably play Diablo 3 on my Switch, but yeah, I'm definitely going to play some Diablo tonight. Definitely. Definitely. I kind of want to play Diablo 4 again. We should play Diablo 4 on stream sometime. You know that? Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Also, each season generally comes tied behind a DLC paywall. Yeah, that's true. That's true too. That's true too. I played up until that first DLC. Yeah, I think it was like $15 or something, wasn't it? Yeah, I played that first DLC. It was I can't even remember what it was called, but it was like the jungle one. Like it expanded the map into the jungle, and I actually didn't even finish that DLC. That's when I kind of drifted away. But oh, all right. So there's something else I wanted to talk about too, by the way. I want to talk about the PlayStation community. And not anybody in particular. You know, because I know I got some PlayStation folks out there, right? I'm just saying the PlayStation community at large, just in general. You know, like the average PlayStation player. Y'all folded like cheap lawn furniture. Not too long ago, PlayStation announced that they were discontinuing physical media for the PlayStation console. And justifiably, the community lost its collective mind. Rightfully so. PS Plus accounts were canceled. Petitions were created. Signatures were collected. Boycott Sony was trending. And it seemed like, for the first time ever, maybe the community was really going to stand behind something. Well, that lasted for about a week. Because all that it took, well, first, let's acknowledge what Sony did, right? Like, so all this backlash online, right? You know, like I said, PS Plus is canceled. You know, petitions signed, boycott Sony trending. Meanwhile, Sony just says nothing. They say, we're just going to wait out the storm because eventually these sheep will get distracted and it'll all be over. And boy, were they right. Because a week or so later, all that it took was the release of 15-year-old ports, not even remakes, 15-year-old ports of old Call of Duty games. And y'all broke the fucking PlayStation Store. You couldn't buy that shit up fast enough. 15-year-old digital ports of Call of Duty games with all of the original launch bugs, like original launch builds where snipers didn't even work. These weren't remakes. These weren't remasters. These were the same 15-year-old games in digital version. Y'all could not buy it fast enough. Y'all folded like cheap lawn furniture. Apparently, Sony knows their fans far better than I do. Because I believed in this. I believed in this. I thought, I'll be damned. Something's really happening here. People are really getting behind this. People are really upset about this. People really understand what's happening. I was wrong. I was wrong. Yeah, when those games launched, the PlayStation Store literally crashed. Literally crashed. Yes, you did, Cryptic. You called it, bro. You fucking called it, man. And but I wanted to believe, dude. I wanted to believe so bad, man. I wanted to believe so bad, dude. I did, man. And I was also getting like very encouraged by some of the comments I was getting on some of my shorts and stuff. I was like, man, it seems like more people than I expected like really understand what this is about, you know? But I guess I was wrong. I guess I was wrong. And I guess, you know, I kind of exist in my own little bubble here, you know, because I guess I tend to associate myself with people who are similar to me, I guess. You know, like I feel like we're all very similar in a lot of ways when it comes to kind of how we look at gaming and how we understand things so I guess it's easy for me to just assume that that's kind of a majority. Like that's kind of the general zeitgeist, but goddamn was I wrong, bro. Was I wrong? No one understands the point of why physical is important. That's so true. And it's not actually about the physical, it's about ownership versus renting. Exactly. Exactly. Like I've tried having this conversation in comments because people will like I said, I will say that the majority of the comments that I have been getting are positive, and it seems like it's people who do understand. You know, it's not about the disc. It has nothing to do with the disc. It's about ownership. It's about having it's about having control over your property that you purchase. It's not about the disc, but I get comments like one of the stupidest comments I get, and I get this one unfortunately far more, far more than I would hope. I get the comment, modern games don't even fit on a disc, dummy. Oh, like it breaks my mind. It's like first, multiple discs. Just ship multiple discs. A triple layer Blu-ray is 100 gigs of data. 2, maybe 3 Blu-rays at max for an extremely large game. You know? 2, maybe 3 Blu-rays at max. How many discs was Final Fantasy VII? 4? Like, just ship multiple discs, okay? It's not a complicated problem to solve. That's the first thing. Secondly, it's not about the disc. It's not about the disc. It's not about the discs. It's not about how many discs does it take to install the goddamn game. It's about, do I own that game? It's about, can I play that game after they decide to stop selling it? Can I play that game after they decide to stop supporting it? Can I play that game if it has a single player aspect? Can I play the single player aspect to that game after the multiplayer servers have shut down? If so, then I own that game. If not, then I am simply renting that game. A game like Diablo 4 we were just talking about is a perfect example. Diablo 4, whether that game comes on a physical disc or not, does not qualify for the argument that we're making. Diablo 4 is a rental-only game. I could care less about whether or not I get that game on a disc, because that disc means nothing. That game requires internet to play. Sometimes I'm okay with that. You know, like some games, you just concede, okay, that's the nature of this game. I still want to play this experience. And I think that I will get enough time out of that experience to justify whatever the price tag is. Would I have preferred that a game like Diablo 4 have a single player aspect that I can play offline? Abso-fucking-lutely, I would have preferred that, but it doesn't, right? So whether or not I have a physical copy or a digital copy of a game like Diablo 4 is irrelevant because it doesn't meet the criteria. I cannot own that game. I do not own Diablo 4. I currently have a copy of Diablo 4 that I am renting from Activision Blizzard. And as long as their servers are still running and they're still creating content for that game, then my rental is still valid. Right? The good news about the whole video deleting thing, it's starting to create backlash where it should at the Amazon Video, YouTube TV, etc., offering rent/buy options and confirming their just both renting at different costs. Yeah, that is one thing that you're right, man. Like, it does seem like this whole thing, this whole kerfuffle around Sony is bringing this conversation into the sort of cultural awareness bubble. It's kind of bringing this conversation into the cultural zeitgeist where even I saw CNN, I think it was CNN, or like one of the major news outlets published an article about this, talking about physical media and most importantly, ownership. And they talked about like Blu-rays and records and CDs and even cassettes and stuff like that. And so, yeah, man, that is a really positive aspect of this because I do think as long as we keep pushing, as long as those of us who care and understand keep pushing the point, don't let it go. Don't just be quiet about it, right? Because we feel like it's losing steam or whatever. Keep pushing the point. Keep having the conversation, and it's going to force at least some kind of change and compromise in our favor when it comes to ultimately what we need, like you said, which is the main point, I think, consumer protection, right? That's really what this comes down to. It comes down to consumer protections for us that state, that are codified in law, that state that there's clear communication and understanding on both sides when you spend money on some type of media, whether or not you are entering into a contract in which you are buying something to own or you are simply renting something. And that needs to just become clear. Because if it becomes clear, then it becomes a lot easier for us to push the point when things are ownable for those companies to provide an ownable version for us, if that makes sense. Jeff, they know how to slowly bring the pot to a boil. Yep, we never know when we're being cooked alive. The signs were there, the husks were there warning us, but we never listened. That's so true, bro. That's so true. It's like the boiling frog, dude. That's exactly, I mean, that's exactly right. It's like the boiling frog. And it happens to all of us. Like, it happens to all of us, you know, there's always I'm an emotional, I'm a fucking crotchety dude. You know what I mean? I'm like a crotchety emotional person. So I'm always like trying to pay attention. Like, how am I getting screwed? You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I am. But like, even me and or anybody, like all of us, we all, because they're so good at slowly turning up that temperature, just very slowly taking a little bit more, so, slowly taking that inch by inch by inch. They're so good at that that we often do. It's not until we find ourselves boiling in that pot that we realize, oh, holy crap, man. Like, how did we get here? Whoa, we got to do something about this. And it's often too late. They don't need to ship discs, not even boxes. They need to ship insurance that if I'm buying this anywhere, after 3 years, I can still play it. 100%. 100%, man. 100%. I mean, I would like it. I would like a disc, or something. I would like some sort of media, even if I have to pay for it, a thumb drive, right? Something that I can store and keep track of. Because that's one really, so there's a couple of things, there's a couple of layers to this, right? Like the most important thing is the ownership. Just provide the ownership. Like you said, just provide that assurance that if I'm quote unquote buying this, right? You are assuring me that I will have access to this for as long as I keep track of whether it is digital or physical files, whatever, right? As long as I maintain my physical possession of this, I will have logical access to it. That's the important thing. But there's the other component, that actual physical, like an actual physical product, physical media, packaging, etc. The other thing that provides, one thing is it provides collectability, right? So that's a different aspect, though. Like, you're absolutely right. These are there. We can separate these things. Like, we can get that insurance, like you say, without the collectability, because that insurance is the most important thing. But it's also nice to be able to have that collectability. And the other thing that the physical media provides is an easy way to store and keep track of these things. You know what I mean? So that's another thing, So I also, I also think that is worth considering in the conversation, in the argument. Like I said, man, my Nintendo games, bro. Look, this isn't even all of them. This is just how many I could grab. And the thing about these, the important thing to know about every single one of these games, these are all my Nintendo games that I have personally bought for myself. Every single one of these games, many of them are not even in the box because they're in, you know. But yeah, here's Super Mario Odyssey, right? This is in the box. The important thing to know about every single one of these games is every single one of these contains the entire experience on the disc. So if I put this into my Nintendo, whether or not I'm connected to the internet, it's going to boot up and it's going to play. I'm going to be able to experience the game regardless, right? And there are some games that don't work like that, but these all do. These all do. Speaking of, man, I need to go through all of these and make sure I actually know where the cartridges are. Like, because, for example, the cartridge is not in this one. Because now that we have my wife's little brother living with us, Nintendo games have a tendency to disappear. Anyway, let me put these back. So, but like the point that I was making is this is like, a way for me to store and keep track of this stuff. So I do also enjoy that aspect and would like to have that. And Tiny, again, that's why I love my Nintendo. Because Nintendo it's the only gaming console in 2026 that still offers that experience. And as long as Nintendo continues to offer that, I will always support them for that reason alone. In spite of all the other shitty stuff that they do, because Nintendo does enough of their own. They have enough of their own shittiness. That's for sure. But as long as they provide that, even if I have to pay extra for it, I'll pay extra for it. And as long as they provide it, I'll support them. Sanchez, oh, what is up, my dude? Good morning. Happy Monday, brother. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you had a good weekend. It is so good to see you, my friend. So good to see you. So glad you could make it. All right. Goldie Gone Gaming, W Nintendo. I agree. I agree. For all of Nintendo's faults, Nintendo isn't perfect. They charge a lot for their games. But they also do a lot right, man. And that one thing that they do is still being the only place that provides a true physical experience when it comes to gaming. They will sell you the entire game on a physical piece of media that just works. You plug that physical piece of media into your console and you can play that game. It's the only place in 2026 that exists where you can do that. So yeah, W Nintendo, I agree. I agree 100%. I really do. And you know what? I'm going to give Nintendo another W too. Because again, for all of their faults, for $80 games, etc., so on and so forth. Okay, for all of their faults, the PS5 went from what 500, what was it, 399 or 4? Anyway, the PS5 has gone up hundreds of dollars in price. The Xbox has gone up hundreds of dollars in price. These price changes for both of these consoles happened instantly and overnight. Nintendo or Xbox decides that they're going to change the price. Xbox gave us, what, 30 days, I think, on their most recent price hike? 30 days. Nintendo, the cost for the Switch 2 has gone up $50. $50, which is still a price hike, but it is incredibly small compared to the price hike for the other consoles. And they gave a 4-month heads up on that. So you had 4 months to go out and get your Switch before that price hike happened. I unfortunately was unable to pick up a Switch. My wife does have a Switch 2. I still have a Switch 1. But still, you had 4 months. So I give Nintendo a W on that too. And they were able to do that. Nintendo is able to keep that price hike lower than the other console makers because the other thing that Nintendo did that they were very smart about was during the gaming gold rush of the pandemic, when Sony and Xbox were spending hundreds of billions of dollars buying up studios and everything else, Nintendo stayed conservative. Nintendo did not engage in any of that fucking madness that everybody else engaged in during that gold rush. Right? The Xbox and Sony lost their minds when the pandemic happened and all of that extra money started pouring into gaming. Xbox and Sony just thought, oh my God, we're rich. And they spent because they thought that faucet was just going to run forever. And now they've put themselves into situations where they've ballooned into these giant conglomerate corporate monstrosities filled with just waste and fat. While they were doing this, Nintendo just kept one foot in front of the other, just doing what they do. And so now that faucet is turned off. Sony and Xbox find themselves in dire situations because of their irresponsibility in spending, because they thought that faucet was going to run forever. Nintendo, just one foot in front of the other. That faucet has been turned off and it hasn't affected them at all. And so they're able to do things like raise the price of their console by $50 instead of by hundreds of dollars. Again, $80 games, I don't love, but you know what? Sony and Xbox are selling $80 games now too. GTA 6 comes out in November. That game's $100. Calling the $80 version of GTA 6 an acceptable base version of that game, I think, is just being dishonest. So that game is actually $100. So you know what I mean? Hey, I stand by Nintendo, man. 6-star. The games get up and walk away. They do, bro. When you have a 12-year-old, they absolutely do. Or a 13-year-old, yeah, the games get up and walk away. They have a tendency to do that. Kind of crazy. The newest console is the cheapest. I know, right? Yo, that's a good point too. Like, that's 100% true. Like, the Switch 2 is what? Not even a year old. Both the Xbox and the PlayStation 5 have been out for what, 7 years now? And the Switch 2 is the cheapest of all of them. That's insane. Oh, Spider got some news with Arc Raiders. What is going on with Arc, my dude? What's going on with Arc, brother? I have been seeing some Arc stuff in my periphery. It doesn't look like they've been doing too well. Hold on, I gotta take an ibuprofen, man. My head is hurting for some reason. I got a bit of a headache. I think I'm dehydrated. I think I haven't been drinking enough water. Turned a year old in June, so barely over a year. Okay, yeah. So 1 year old versus like 7 years old, and it's the cheapest console. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Nintendo, you know, and look, I have criticized Nintendo myself, but like I feel like Nintendo tends to get like they often get very they often kind of get examined under a bit of a microscope, especially by people who aren't Nintendo people, you know, like by people who are just like strictly Xbox or PlayStation or PC and just like don't really play Nintendo games, often tend to criticize Nintendo very, very harshly. But when, and they, again, they often deserve criticism for sure, for sure. But like when you really look at Nintendo, man, I would say that they are the most consumer friendly of the gaming companies, like hands down. You know, that Nintendo, I would say, is the most consumer friendly, hands down, by miles in a lot of different ways. Goldie, thank you for the sub, Goldie. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for being here. 1 second. I gotta take this ibuprofen, man. My head is hurting a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on. Spider, so Arc Raiders, they track your aggression for solos, duos, and trios all separately now. Interesting. So you can be friendly in solos and murder with your friends. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. You know, I was watching a gaming merchant video. I like last night. His videos still pop up in my feed, and I still watch them from time to time because I enjoy his videos, even though we're not really playing Arc right now. And you know what I was thinking, man? I was thinking I'm kind of surprised that they're still doing the aggression-based matchmaking at all. I think it's interesting that they're tracking the different queue types separately for sure. But I also find it interesting that they're still doing it at all, because I was thinking about this and I feel like, excuse me, I feel like aggression-based matchmaking, I feel like in the short term, it was really, really cool for the game. But I feel like in the long term, it has really been turning into a negative aspect for the game, because it is such an easy system to it's such an easy system to manipulate, and it's so easy to grief in that game because of this aggression-based matchmaking. That, yeah, I find it interesting that they're still doing it. But I mean, that's cool. Like, that is cool. So that when you're doing your solo experience, you can be friendly. And then when you group up with friends, you can just go ham and go crazy. And you don't have to rebuild once you go back to playing solo. You don't have to rebuild your friendly lobbies back up. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad they do that. I can't even play Ark anymore. Yeah, like Sand Chisel, I don't, yeah. Like every time I see something about Ark Sand Chisel, I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I just have no interest. In the state that the game is in right now, I have no interest in going back to it right now. Mm. They adjusted it so that it's harder to grief. Yeah, that's good. I imagine they must be continually refining it and everything because yeah, remember it it was like pretty easy. It was pretty easy to manipulate for a while back there. All right, I'm fucking stoked to get back into this game, by the way. Oh, side note, I have completely given up on TikTok. I've given up on it. What are we doing? Uh, right, quest log. All right, whatever. Let's see what's going on. Easy and free. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, boy, that Jolly Roger. Fuck yeah. Man, sign me up. Sign me up. These dudes are giving me goosebumps. Hell yeah. Will do. Try not to hit anything in the meantime. I want to jump back in, not today, but soon. Far Cry 6, mortar attack. Deals damage in a wide area at long range. Hold left button to aim and right trigger to fire. Yeah, Spider. I really enjoyed what I played of Far Cry 6. But like I said, man, I had a lot of problems just running it. I couldn't get the damn game to run. I had so many problems with it. So I eventually gave up. But yeah, I really liked what I did get to play of it. All right, so how do I wait? Oh no, 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 I didn't want to do that. Ooh. Holy shit. How do I change weapons? Oh, no. Ooh. Ooh. Damn, it's hard to hit with these barrels. Oh, we got him. We got him. We got him. We got him. Yeah, boy. Oh no, it's sinking. It's sinking. Oh, I did too much damage. Dang it. I screwed that up. I screwed that up. I did too much damage. Oh, we are fucking jacked, bro. We need to. Man, we got wrecked. We got wrecked up pretty good. Dang. Dang. I did not mean to sink that ship. All right, so we gotta what? Go back to dock now and get repairs, right? Can I repair out at sea? No. I love this, by the way. This is fucking phenomenal. Okay, what's this? Okay, we got to go back here. We have to go repair, I guess. I guess we got to go repair. About time TikTok should be deader than Arc Raiders. Bro, I mean, like here's the thing though. Like TikTok has been for me until they like banned my account, whatever they did to my account. TikTok's been like one of the better growth engines for me, right? TikTok's where I have the most subscribers. TikTok's where my only short that I've ever done that has gotten more than 1 million views is on TikTok. So TikTok for me and my TikTok stream has like I've had like 60, 70 people in the TikTok stream at times. I've never had that many people on any other platform. So TikTok was for me really good. And then they did something to my account and they killed my TikTok account. Now my TikTok videos get 0 views. My streams don't even work. So I'm just giving up on it. I've tried, but the cheating, exploits, and crappy experience is too much. Yeah, I know that's the problem with. Oh, thank you, dear. Yeah, that's the problem with That's what I always see too, Sanchez. Like whenever I see anything about Arc Raiders, it's cheating, it's exploits. It's just like, man, I have no interest in any of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you have no game audio? Shit, hold on. Let me see. Why don't you have any game audio? All right, hold on. Why don't you have any game audio? Let me see if I can figure this out. Oh, I think I know. Wait, do I know? Ah, okay, that's why. So wait a minute. Why is that doing that? Why is that doing that? Why is it doing that? Oh, I know why. I know why it's doing that. Okay, so I need to do this. Okay, we're good. We got it. I changed some things around. That's my bad. I changed some stuff around, and I'm not gonna try and explain why it's broken because I'm stupid, but it was my fault. My fault. Thank you. My bad. That was me. That was my bad. That was me. That was my bad. Okay. So we need to go back to we need to go back to port to repair the ship, right? Yeah, I think we need to go back to port to repair the ship. What's this? Is this a castaway? Let's see if we can pick up this guy. Hey, buddy, you need some help? Gotcha, fella. Gotcha, buddy. Don't you worry.
Loose and trim tight, ride the wind.
Loose and trim tight, ride the wind. Batten the hatches and raise the sails, you scabrous dogs. Whoa! Ah, this game's phenomenal. This game is phenomenal. Yeah. Well, no, Jeff, we actually had a bunch of people in there, if you remember, a couple of times, just like when we were in like the you know, like the just chatting version of the stream. Like we've had like 40, 50 people in there. Just like when we're talking about different stuff in the TikTok stream. So, you know, we've had some success on TikTok, but I don't know, man. It's just not worth it. All right, I need to get some repairs, man, because this thing is jacked up, dude. Hey, buddy.
Require my services.
Yes, sir. I need to repair my ship because it is fucked up.
Excellent. Good day.
All right, thanks, fella. We got any upgrades we can get? Upgrades? No, nothing yet. Okay.
Well concluded.
Well concluded, governor. All right, back at it, boys. Back at it. Let's see if we can do a little bit better this time, because I got wrecked. I did not do well last time. Oop. Okay, here we go.
Up the shrouds, lads. We sail. Come on. Full sail. Crowded all.
Oh, I think that's us. That's us right there, right?
Shanty.
That ship. Ha 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 ha! Suck on that!
Douse all but mains! Fire! Barrels up! Fire! Do not leave her space enough to ram us, Captain! Fire!
Ah, you fuckers!
Crowd on every inch of sail! Douse the royals and tops! Caution, Edward! Every last scrap of duck on the wind! Fire! All in the stunsails! They're aloft and bring in those royals! Now! Fire! Shot the finisher! Fire! 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 Fire!
No! No! Damn, that's fucking hard, man. Hold on, wait, what? Not sure if it's just me, but game audio effects sounds really low. But the NPC voices are fine. Double check in-game master volume. All right, let's check. Yeah, I'm telling you, son, I'm whipping that shit. Some ship tips. Your rear barrels help a lot with a charging ship if you can quick turn and dump in the path. Okay, copy that. Copy that. All right, hold on. Let's check audio here. Options, audio. Everything's on 100%. Adjust the volume difference between loud and quiet sounds. On full, sounds play at their natural volumes. On night, loud sounds are quieter and quiet sounds are louder to normalize the overall volume. Full, maybe? Try full. Atari publisher sale. Any good? I'm trying to think of what Atari games. Okay. All right, let's try this again.
Let's get going. Loose the mains, half sails. Trim as near the wind as you dare. Ride the wind, for all she's worth. Fire! Fire!
Did we get him? We got him! We got him! Ha ha ha! Suck on that.
Mains out, trim to the wind. Do not leave them muzzled.
Let's go. Let's board this son of a bitch.
Raise your voices, me trumps.
Yeah!
Reel them in, me trumps. If they're come! Grab them dumplers!
Not today, sir. Ah! Huh? Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. This game's awesome. This game's awesome. All right, so we got it. We got him. Okay. All right, so we just got to hit him fast and hard. That's what she said. We just got to hit him fast and hard. Here we go. Oops. Talk about back shots. I'm telling you, son. You saw that, right? That's how you got to do it. Just fucking... You know what I'm saying? $16 at 60% off for the 50-year celebration pack. Ooh. 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 I want to get Centipede if I can. Centipede's a good game, dude. Also a tip for stronger ships. If you're down for some quick materials, you can pull up close by not attack range, can blockade paths, hop off ship, swim to it, and attack by yourself. Saves you ship damage plus shipmates. Ooh, okay. Okay, copy that. Copy that. All right, hold on. Let's check this. Is the Atari Publisher sale on Steam? Hold on, let's see what Atari's got going on. I was looking at Elder Scrolls Morrowind. Featured. Atari? Oh, Atari 50, the anniversary celebration. Ooh, the Namco. Ooh. Namco. Namco, $5.
We were software engineers. We were pocket protector, thick glass nerds.
These are the real days of game development right here, man.
In 2 weeks. And in early April, I got a check for $300,000.
They were making games just for the love of the game, man.
For Galaxian, it was just Glenn and myself. Glenn was a great programmer, and
2 people.
He was doing the gameplay, I was doing the graphics part. We figured out how to make it work.
Pac-Man captures the essence of Pac-Man. You can tell it's Pac-Man. It's got a lot of flicker.
We had Atari
Dig Dug?
Japan that we ended up selling to Namco. Atari Japan actually
My wife
put
brought me
Namco
some lunch.
in the
Hold on.
video game business.
I wish she would have brought me some hot sauce. Sorry. Sorry. Let me just eat some of this while it's still hot. I wish she would have brought me some hot sauce, man. Sorry. No, San Chisel. I've never played either of the Divisions, man. They look good, though. I would like to try them. I was actually looking at Division 2 recently. It was on sale or something. I was looking at it somewhere. Yeah, I was thinking they would make good games for my handheld, actually. I don't know if they would, but I was thinking about that. Yeah, I would like to try the Division games. I never played either of them. They're kind of like RPG like shooters, right? Isn't that kind of the deal with Division? Kind of like RPG-ish shooter games, like third person RPG shooter games, right? Kind of like their deal. How are you liking it? Good so far? Oh, okay. Looter shooter. Extraction RPG. Okay. So like looter shooter, survive and extract, and you get to keep your loot type of deal? Yeah, I think I would like those games. I think I would enjoy those games. Sorry. It's chicken, so like I gotta eat it so I can clean off my hands and touch my controller again. I can't do both at the same time, unfortunately. All right, I got to admit, that was pretty good. I'm normally, I'll be honest, I'm normally not a huge fan of my wife's mom's chicken. I don't know. She just, honestly, it's normally pretty bland. I think a lot of Russian food is like, it's either like really strong. It either has like a really strong flavor, oftentimes with like weird fish or something, or it's pretty bland. It's like in either direction, it's normally like a very hit or miss. But this was actually pretty good. She did a good job with this. I think she's slowly learning to Americanize her cooking a little bit more. It's getting better. It is Spider. It is. It's definitely, her cooking is definitely a lot healthier. A lot healthier. Yeah. Yeah, big time. I definitely have to give her that. Yeah, it's you know, yeah, pretty much. But I don't know, man. I need like a little bit of it, you know? I need a little bit of it just to be able to get it down. I'm just so used to it. I know it's awful. I know. I get it. I understand that, and I admit it. But I don't know, man. What can I say? I bleed red, white, and blue. I bleed red, white, and blue. I shit gunpowder, and I piss MSG. You know what I'm saying? About as American as they come, bro. About as American as they come. Sweat bullets, shit gunpowder, and piss MSG. All right, sorry guys. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I needed to eat though. I think that's maybe why I was getting a bit of a headache actually. All right. All right. Let me get this chicken off my hands and I'm ready. I'm ready to go. America. Damn right. Damn right, Sanchez. America. I liked it until Ubi suspended me from... What did you do? I liked it until Ubi suspended me from Division 2 for farming specific bosses on launch. That's crazy. I mean, what's wrong with farming? You were able to walk to an area, kill a boss, and walk back to respawn them until you received specific items. Yeah, what's wrong with that? You shouldn't suspend for utilizing... Yeah. But allowed people who used basic cheat engine to duplicate items such as infinite healing to remain on... That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. How are you going to ban... How are you going to ban somebody for just doing basic mechanics? Like, it's an online looter shooter. Like, farming is part of it. That's why people play those types of games. Like, it was crazy. I'm so used to Subway that I get stomach aches when I go to Cracker Barrel. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, because Cracker Barrel's delicious. Cracker Barrel's delicious. Yeah, that's wild, dude. I agree with Sanchez. That is wild. There's only a 48-hour... Yeah, it's the principle on that, dude. I agree. I agree. Oh, they're doing a Dead by Daylight crossover in Division? That's interesting. That's an interesting crossover. I didn't even know that Subway had hot dogs. I didn't even know that Subway had hot dogs. Yo, did you know, speaking of, like, fast food, not, well, you know, like, food chains. I saw a thing, like, one of my, so my favorite type of food is Mexican food. That's my favorite food. And like my favorite subcategory is like it's like California style Mexican street food. So like street burritos, right? Like when I lived in San Francisco, I ate burritos from the Mission every day. Every day. Fucking love burritos. And I understand that street burritos are not traditional, like, Mexican style. Like, I get that. But I love me some street burritos, right? So, on the East Coast, we don't really have good street burritos. Like, we don't really have good... The closest thing we have is, like, Chipotle, which is fine. You know, like, if it's all you can get, it's all you can get. So I like Chipotle. I recently found out that a burrito that you used to be able to get from Chipotle for like $11 or $12, they're now charging like $24, $25 for a fucking burrito at Chipotle. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Right hand to God, bro. 100%. Yeah, yo, San Chisel, you know, you're in California. Oh my God, dude, those burritos. Ooh, god damn. Carnitas with like just fucking everything. Everything. Oh my god. The beans, the guac, the rice. Oh my god, dude. I miss those burritos so much. I'm telling you, I used to eat burritos every day when I was living in San Francisco. I would go to the Mission, and there was actually also a really good place in there was a really good place in the Haight, Ashbury as well. Right on Divisadero, called the Little Chihuahua. I used to love the Little Chihuahua. Loved the Little Chihuahua. They said it was exploiting a spawn mechanic, which how else do you target farm an item that... Yeah, that's the stupidest. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. That's Ubisoft for you, bro. That's Ubisoft for you. Oh, Subway Canada. You're not in Canada, though. You're in Oregon, right? $28 on... Bro, exactly! Yes! I said, yo, look, Sanchez's backing me up here. Spent $28 on Chipotle the other day just for me. Yeah, like, to get a burrito and a drink is nearly $30 now. It used to be Sanchez, you remember, right? Chipotle, you used to be able to get that same burrito. It was 11 or 12 bucks. For 15 bucks, I used to go to Chipotle all the time. I know this. For $15, you could go to Chipotle, get a burrito this fucking big around, and a drink. Like Sundays, hungover, every Sunday we would go to Chipotle. I know how much Chipotle burritos used to cost, dude, and they are crazy now. Yeah, the nod. You can still give the nod, but you're going to pay for it. Subway said the sub dog taps into Canadians' love of classic comfort food while delivering something new. Maybe I'm mistaken by years of propaganda, but isn't that an American food? Yeah, I think it is, dude. Hot dogs. Yeah. It's like as American as it gets. It's not the same though, Spider, because to Dynamo Pro, I agree. I agree 100%. Best AC game. Not only best AC game, Dynamo, it's one of the most fun games I've played in a while. I'm having a blast with this game. Absolutely loving it, man. I never played the original, so this is my first time playing it. Yo, just sailing the ship around and attacking other ships, just being a pirate is one of the most fun things I've ever gotten to do in a video game. It's incredible.
Let's have a song then. Loose and trim tight.
Yeah, Spider, I'm pretty sure hot dogs are American though. Like, only Americans are gonna come up with something as awful and as bad for your health as a hot dog. Excuse me, I got something in my throat. Oh shit. All right, boys, same strategy. Same strategy. I think... This is us right here, right? Same strategy, boys. Same strategy. We got this.
advantage! Fire! 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 We're ready, sir! Fire! Fire! Get the cage ready! Ease off the wind! Foremost cannons in! Fire!
Yeah! Suck on that, fuckers.
Do we board her now, son?
Yes, we do, boys. Board now.
Grappling hooks away! Let's to the prize!
Grab the cutlass and deploy the grappling hooks, boys. Not today, son. Not today. Not today, boys. Ha! Got you, fuckers. Oh, yeah, we're getting the hang of this. We're getting the hang of this. You just can't... You gotta stay on them. You gotta just stay on them. You know what I'm saying?
Lay low and bribe our way back into secrecy.
Agreed. So, how do we get rid of this notoriety we've stirred up?
Money, my boy. A well-placed bribe to the right government official will see the military off your tail.
Right, let's do that. I'll need to meet the... Samaritans at some point.
Smart thinking. A hunter's caught your scent. There's a cannon in every gun port. I'd give her a wide berth if I were you.
Oh, rogue wind, rogue wind.
Give us a song, lads.
All right, lads. Where am I to go?
All right. Shit, man, we need to get to port before these guys catch up with us.
Give everything she's got.
Let's go, boys. We gotta outrun these pirate hunters. Oh, we got this. We got this.
Calm her down. Fast as you dare.
Yep. Wait, where the hell are we going, man? Why did I just do a circle? Oh, it's right there.
Reef main, stouse topsail.
Dirty now, my trunks. I'm not haze you.
Lovely on the floor, yeah, she's lovely down below, She's lovely 'cause she loves me, that's all I want to know.
Ship's moored, Captain.
Not today, son. Not today.
Well, that's enough for now.
Oh, no. And they're skimping on the ingredients. Yeah, bro. Remember they were like, they used to be this big around and like 11 or 12 bucks. 15 bucks would get you a, like a 6-inch diameter burrito and a drink.
Like lovesick puppies. Yet it is only you, my friend, who can satisfy me.
For a fee.
Hey, buddy.
Right, now let me work my magic.
All right, fella. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Aye. And what would such business do for me?
Tell me, what does your heart desire? Companions to scale the heights of pleasure? Gold enough to rule your own empire? Or cannons enough to make even galleons fear you?
The gold will do.
Ah, a man after my own heart.
Who's this guy?
Who has the gold can exchange it for any object he desires. I can provide gold and something more. Opportunity. We will talk again, Captain.
Well, you're just you're an extravagant looking fellow, aren't you? It's quite the hat you have there.
Now, will you replace those rotten cannons, or shall I fish out some rusted flintlocks for you too?
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it.
What might you be requiring?
I need to upgrade my cannons, bub. There we go. Broadside cannons. Increases the number of broadside cannons used during combat. Yes, sir. Please and thank you. Okay. Huh? Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty, the jackdaw. Damn.
You're a wonder, Kenway. You've a knack for this kind of work.
We're pirates now, boys.
But I ain't doing this forever, lads. Only until I get enough coin to buy some land and influence back home.
Jesus, will you listen to your tripe? Still dreaming on about that strumpet back in England when you could have any Betty you wanted here and now.
Ah, such lofty goals for you gents. And here I thought I was in the company of scoundrels. A fine purchase today. What's the crew's mood?
Yeah,
No
man.
smiles and no teeth.
$15
Keep
lunches
talking
jumped to
about me, we will
$30
master
way
steal
too
from the nearby
fast.
plantation.
Even
Plantation?
McDonald's now,
It's ambitious.
Profitable too, if we can manage it.
even McDonald's is nearly like 20 bucks
It's a good
for a
idea.
single person to eat. Like,
So, where is Master Kid?
Andreas Island. We're going after the plantation.
That depends. Is the crew ready?
They are. Any sign of trouble, and they'll know what to do. We've got your back, Captain.
all right, let's do this, boys. I guess we're okay. Yeah, even McDonald's
Give me
now,
more sail.
the
Get up those
like
fellows,
a meal from McDonald's. Oh shit. Is like 15 or 16 bucks, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everything, dude. Like, we're being squeezed from every direction so that people who are already millionaires can become billionaires, basically. And we're just expected to keep taking it, you know? And it's not going to happen, man. Like, at some point, the middle class is going to break. What's this? Hunt the bull shark. Oh, I don't think I have harpoons yet. Yeah, I need to get harpoons first. Just got to the point in this game from what made me quit in the original release. The farming island to island for materials. Oh yeah, we haven't got there yet. But it's strangely more bearable in Resync. I just had an argument with a coworker that burgers were more traditional for 4th than ribs. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Burgers are way more traditional. Burgers and hot dogs are like the traditional 4th of July food. Ribs are good. Like, ribs are a good 4th of July food, but burgers and hot dogs are like the default. You know, like, you can have ribs, but you should have burgers and hot dogs as well. I haven't tried Sea of Thieves yet, Spider. How much squeeze do you have left in you? Personally, I'm dry, dude. Personally, I'm dry. I got nothing left, bro. I've got nothing left, man.
More sail! We need to bunch!
Man your sheets!
NorCal, hey, what's up, bro? Welcome back. Black Flag was a beautifully written bit of code, the sea, the songs, the ship battles. I agree, man. I'm loving it. I never played the original. Never got to play the original, so I'm loving this, man. Speaking of, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey now. Ooh. Yeah, man, the ship battles, sailing on the open sea, being a pirate. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, man. I'm so glad that they did this re-release, because I probably never would have played it had they not did the re-release. And I'm really grateful that I'm getting the chance to play it now, because I am having just genuine fun with this, man. I'm really enjoying it. All right, so where are we going? Oh, we gotta go. All right, so we're gonna go past this next island and bang a hard left. Hip. Oh, let's slow her down, boys. Let's slow her down a little bit. Coming into port, gentlemen. I feel like I would have been a good pirate. Talk about freedom, man.
Be still, lads.
We don't know what freedom is anymore. We don't even know what the word means. They like to pretend that, like, we're free. We are not free. These men were free. These men were free. This is freedom right here. We are bound up in constant bureaucracy, laws, rules, regulations. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed every night, the government, its rules, regulations, and bureaucracy runs every second of our lives. These men were free. Andrea's Island. Viewpoints, tavern, chest, secrets. All right, let's explore a little bit. I like how nobody, like, nobody cares that I just steal everything I see. Like, nothing seems to belong to anybody.
Darling, you must take my word for it this time.
Have you business to contract with me?
The comments on McDonald's brings me back a few years when they had the dollar menu. Yep, with 2 burgers and whatnot. During that same time in the New York Financial District had a McDonald's with the exact menu, but was a $5 menu before it was ever a thing. Damn. Yeah, I remember when I first moved to San Francisco. I remember, like, one of the first conversations I had was I was called back home and I was talking to, like, my dad. And I was telling him that everything in McDonald's was more expensive. Just everything. Like, the whole menu was more expensive, which is crazy. But yeah, now, but I've found the best thing that you can get from McDonald's now is they have a $6 meal. It's a double cheeseburger, a small fry, 4 McNuggets, and a small drink, and it's $6. And usually I get it and I don't finish the nuggets. I give the nuggets to my wife. So it's just a McDouble, a small fries, and the drink is normally what I eat. $6. It's the best thing you can get at McDonald's. Spend as much as you can on bolo shot and ramming. Chain shot, not bolo. I think there's partners and such. Explore Panthers and such. Explore carefully. Copy that. Copy that. Later on, when the $5 menu launched, that same McDonald's had a $12 menu. Isn't that crazy, man? Isn't that crazy? So wait, you said chain shot? Weapons. Round and heated shot. Heavy shot. Bow chasers. Increased damage by front cannons. Barrel launcher. Mortar. Swivel guns. Diving bell. Ooh, that's cool. I gotta level up the ship, I guess, though. I can't actually get any of this stuff yet. Ram. Okay. The ram allows the jackdaw to deal damage by charging and colliding with enemy ships. Oh, I guess I'm just doing damage to myself when I was ramming those ships earlier. Front cannons. Oh, hell yeah. We're going to need that. Broadside cannons. Yeah, I can't actually get any of this stuff yet. Yeah, we're going to need to get harpoons so we can hunt that shark. Guess there's nothing to get yet. We got to level up a bit. It's a hell of a ship, though, man. The Jackdaw.
Well concluded.
Indeed, sir. Well concluded indeed. Oh, what's that? What's this? Keys. What are the keys for again? Can't remember what the keys are for. All right, let's see. All right, we got a treasure chest right here. Ooh, treasure chest must be in this house. Oh, there it is. Okay, how do I get in there? How do I get in here? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ha ha! That's how we get in. That's how we get in. What'd we get? Aberdeen Bestiary Phoenix Detail. Okay. I don't know what that is. Whoa, get down, buddy. Get down. Get down, fella. Relax.
Into a bottle.
I forget what cannon gets chain shot, but you can put other ships' masts. Oh, you can cut other ships' masts and board them. Yeah, I've been trying to, like, shoot them with the cannons, but it doesn't work very well. Yeah, I want that. I need that. I think I saw which one it was. It's like, it doesn't say chain shot, but the picture looks like it's like a ball with two chain, or it's like two balls with a chain in between it, right? I saw it in the thing. It doesn't say chain shot. It says something else, but the icon looks like a chain. Upon my route to the West Indies, a curious incident aroused in me a revelation. It was a wanton act of violence that I witnessed, one that proved fatal only to its instigator. A pardoned pirate, the spelling messes me up, a pardoned pirate named Savory who had come aboard to work off his debts as an honest Christian, yet died a devil full of drink after mistaking the reasonable abjurations of his fellow men for insults. He was taken by a self-inflicted pistol shot, sustained as he attempted to load his piece in preparation for the first of 6 duels, which he had arranged as challenges against our group. Jesus, fella, calm down. All of us were sad for his misfortune, but none were sorry that our crew grew quieter in his absence. And yet, at seeing the poor chap wound himself so and witnessing the blood freely flowing from his body, a notion sprung upon me like an idea long dormant, already within me, yet awaiting a chance to reappear. Thence came the phrase I had heard before springing to my mind, the code in their blood. Suddenly it was sensible to me, the code of life, like a shipbuilder drafts in miniature, yet responsible for building each and every man and woman on earth. How was it that such an idea made perfect sense to me? How was it I understood already that which had no precedent in the most modern philosophies, the code of life in our blood? Imagine. These ideas swirled within me for many weeks upon that voyage, spinning in such a maelstrom of thought I could not articulate then. It's like DNA, I think, right? It's like DNA. What's up, Six? Remember the disaster that was Skull and Bones? Yeah, I never played Skull and Bones, but I did hear it was quite a disaster. And I wonder, why didn't they just copy paste from this? Because this is like perfect. You know what I mean? Oh, that's what the keys are. For the Animus, it's like Battle Pass coins. Right, okay. Yeah, I remember now. They have weekly challenges you can complete to unlock items. Okay. To unlock more coins to unlock items, also I highly suggest working on the first group of items green-looking set. So where is it? Animus. Animus. So this one here. What is this? Eye in the dark. Activate. New data fragments will now contribute to the eye in the dark. Progression in previous projects will not be lost. Okay. So what's this? What do you get? Encrypted data file, information integrity low. Decryption protocols are dependent on proper alignment of data fragments. Okay. I do like the green set though, man. Green is my favorite color. Obsidian monolith, darker than the blackest sea glass. Gazing too long upon this peculiar material hurts the eyes. Perfect dodge is easier to... Ooh, that's good. That's real good. Lots of keys, data file. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like this. Green is my favorite color. I like this. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah. Yeah. What's anomalies? Eliminate corrupt entities. Eliminate brute guards. Purge corrupt entity. Sink the corrupted ship. Sink the corrupted convoy. Oh, what are these? These are different challenges you can do to get like a whole bunch of points towards it, I guess, is what this is. Okay. Oh, I didn't even know all this was here. I haven't even looked in the Animus yet. I didn't know all this shit was here. What's this? Synchronization? Huh. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Oh, and this is what you can spend. Okay. Okay, I get it. Oh. Ah, I see. Yeah, I haven't even looked at this stuff yet. What's the vault? All right, that's cool. All right, cool. That's pretty cool. So I got to figure out what those challenges are. They're like battle pass progression tiers similar to COD. You're working towards unlocking. The pistol has chain shot. Oh, okay. And the earrings gives you perfect dodge. Yeah, that looks really good. Anomalies equals the weekly reset challenges. Oh, those reset every week. Okay. Okay. Right, okay. So complete the challenges, get like 5 to 1,000 points instead of finding 30 points at a time randomly. I'll copy that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So you just got to figure out like what the challenges are and where they are, right? Okay, wait. What's this? Tavern? All right, let's go get this eagle.
Some of those Irish lads, blood's too hot. They're as like to help you up as to kick you when you're down.
I see it. I see it. Ha. Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't get too far in Far Cry 6, Spider, because the game just wouldn't work for me, man. So I made it like... I don't even know, man. It wasn't very far. It wasn't very far. I got like a couple hours in, and like I kept getting issues like... quest objectives that I couldn't interact with, like really weird stuff that was like really making it difficult to play. So I didn't get very far. I would like to try it again because what I did play, I really enjoyed. I did really enjoy what I got to play of it. Excuse me, sorry. I've had crap in my throat, like... Damn, man, I can't believe it's already 2:11. We've hardly got to play at all. Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, fella. I didn't do it on purpose, man. It's hard to control this guy. He's really fast, okay? Give me a break. Okay. What? I'm still missing stuff on this island, right? Yeah. See? I knew it. I knew it. Let's go get this. Underwater chest. Yeah, boy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Thank you very much. Do not mind if I do. Wait, I thought that was 2 of 2. That's the second chest I got on this island. Right? Because I got that first one. Oh, you know what I keep forgetting about, too? Who's that? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who's spying me? Who's spying me? Okay. Alright, I guess we can do this.
Now we dance.
Oh, shit. Oh, come on, man. I hit the button, bro. the fuck away from me, son! Okay. where are all these dudes coming from? Where are they? Who are these guys? Who are these dudes? Oh, they're British. British Navy. Okay, so I guess these guys are my enemies. Sorry, fella. You should have stayed put. You should have stayed put, guy. I'm sorry, but you should have stayed where you were. I need to find some heals, man.
Might have left something behind. Another map, eh?
Ah. Another treasure map. Okay. Can I make heals in the Yeah, I gotta figure out where these treasure islands are. Oh, okay. It's at 586, 811. Okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. And this one's at 719, 607. Okay, I get it. I get it. That's how you find them. All right, can I make heals from my inventory? Crafting. Smoke bomb. Health upgrade. No. Okay, where do I... I need to find some heals, because I'm all out of heals. Can I buy them at the tavern? Can I buy heals at the tavern? Have a drink.
Hey.
Mind your business, son.
You're outmatched, mate. Tighten the noose.
Okay. Where can I find heals, man? Maybe this guy? Who's this guy? Hey. Crew full. No? Huh. So you just find them randomly. Okay. You can't, like, buy them from a vendor? By the way, don't know if you know about the Eagle Vision. No. R3 to enter and hold left trigger to look around and mark things like hidden chests and groups of enemies. What? What? Hold on. What? Wait. R3. Oh, what's this? Huh. What? Okay. Huh. I'll be damned. I will be damned. Huh. It has a co-op mode. What has a co-op mode? Far Cry? I didn't know that. The gold markers are chest boxes. If you hover over them, you'll hear a ding, and when you come out, it's always up until it replaces it with other markers. Really? Ah, okay. 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 All right, so those are way over there. Oh, what's this? Iguana, iguana, come here. Come here. Ah, come here.
It's pretty to watch. Nice.
Okay. Guess I just murked that iguana. Yeah, I'm finding like all kinds of drinks and food and stuff, but not any. I need those little health items that go on your quick bar. That's what I need. Wow, yeah, that's that is super useful, dude. That is super fucking useful. Jesus. Look, there's another one over there. Sorry, fella. Yeah, that's super useful. Damn. What's all this stuff? Health full, health full. Health full. Okay. Is there another way out of it besides, like, dodging backwards? Alright, maybe... Does this guy...
You require my services.
See shop. What do you got, dude? Okay, so this is all ship stuff. Sell. Okay. Cargo trade goods. Rum barrel. Sell all trade goods. Okay, sweet.
Well concluded.
Well, I gotta say, I could sure use some heals. But I don't seem to be finding any. Just food. Ah, okay. Just hold it down and you'll come back out. Rowboat. Oh, wait. Database maps. Salt Lagoon. 719. 586. That's close to where I am, right? 586. And I am at 543, 540. Ooh, it's like right over. It's over here. Okay. So that's where that island is. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get it. Okay. All right, I got it. I got it. Wait, hold what? Left trigger? Iguanas are used for pistol holster and hit point pack craft upgrades. Okay. There's an earring that grants additional items when skinning. I think I just picked up some jewelry. Yeah, that reminds me. I think I just picked. No, I guess I didn't. Okay. Okay. Cloth, wood, bone, iguana leather. Curious schematic. Schematic containing a diagram of the armillary sphere up the oh right. Okay, I know what that. I know what that stuff is. Oh, there's the maps. Okay. That's a quick way to get to the maps. Okay. Oh, sellable jewelry, not equipable. It's usually in those special boxes that make the animus sound. Oh, okay. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I did know that. I know you can mark multiple things on the map because I had a few different things marked at one point. Okay. All right, let's go. Yeah, let's go hit this. Let's go hit this thing. Because I think we've found pretty much everything here. I think. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, health is full. Okay. Oops, shit. All right, I think we got mostly everything. What's this? Wait. Okay. Damn, homie, you could have just went to sleep for a while.
Why, look. It's the bastard son of the late William Kidd. Still a
Oh,
mere boy
snap.
yet. 10 times the demon his father was.
Fancy seeing you here, Kenway. Still looking sleek and mean. Did you steal that costume from a dandy in Havana?
No, sir. I found this on a corpse. One that was walking about and talking shite to my face only moments before.
Huh.
So, what's this I hear about a planned raid on a plantation? Not keeping secrets from me, are you?
Not very well. Every day, schooners packed with sugar sail past.
What's this kid,
coming
like
from
12?
plantations nearby.
What is he doing?
Most times they stop here, sell off a few crates. There's one man visiting today that'd earn you a fine profit. So if you'd like to rob his plantation, I'll point him out.
I would.
What is this kid, like 12? He's fucking pirate?
This. It's deadly up close and from afar.
Ooh, what's this? I like this kid.
More rope. Easy purchase for any sailor.
This way. Follow that man, and he'll lead you straight to your prize.
Is it a Mr. Beckford that owns this plantation?
That's the man. He owns dozens round these islands, and he's bloody rich.
Just the sort I like to see robbed.
And he knows it. The Beckfords have their own army, courtesy of the crown.
Good. I'm only after the fattest prizes.
His agent's inspecting the sugar crates. Try not to scare him off.
Locate Beckford's agent. He was seen inspecting sugar crates. Okay. Where are the sugar crates? Yep. Don't mind me. I'm just, sneaking around is all. These are the sugar crates, right? Oh, that's got to be him right there. What the fuck? Shit. The fuck? What? Come on over here, son. Yep, come on. Try not to scare him off. Yeah, no big deal. I'm just gonna murder all these people. And just leave them all in a pile. That shouldn't scare him off, right? Okay. This has got to be him, right? This has got to be the guy I'm looking for? Is this the guy I'm looking for? What the hell are we doing? What are we... Ah, I see him. There he is. Okay.
That's Beckford's man.
To me. We've done with this place. Aye, sir. What's our course? We'll return to the plantation and take stock of our inventory. It was a good harvest this year.
You might not talk so loud, sir. This isn't anything like a friendly port, Ken.
Nonsense, man. I had a delightful conversation with a chap just now. We came to quite an understanding.
As you say, sir.
Okay.
Even so, sir, there's always one or two rascals about. You know, men looking to take what they haven't the gumption to make by their own effort.
Oh, pirates, you mean? Guards! Guards! Stop him!
Blast.
I'll have to. He could have something useful on him.
All right, that worked out. Okay. All right. Back in the shadows. Well, shit, that worked out. I, Thomas Cecil, hereby report that the following is a true manifest of all the goods, wares, and merchandise of the marks. Numbers and contents of each package on board the Endeavor, which cargo was received at the trading post of Andreas Island, from whence the craft sailed for the plantation of Cat Island. Jeez, that's like the longest possible way you could say that. Sugar, 110 barrels. Molasses, 25 barrels. Tobacco, 15 barrels. That's a nice little score.
Beckford's man was headed for Cat Island.
All right, we got a couple remedies. That's good. So now we got to go back to our ship. Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry. You were just in the wrong place at the wrong time, bro. What do these little ship markers do? Or these little boat markers? Oh, I keep forgetting. You know, I keep forgetting about this whole menu. You can, like, trip and kick people. I keep forgetting about that. Oh, and I got this thing now, too. Okay. Don't worry, buddy. I'm not here for you. Whoops, that's fire. Shit. Whoops, that's fire. How did I catch on fire? What the fuck? What the fuck? Man, you guys just keep finding yourselves in the wrong place at the wrong time. Y'all need to just leave me alone. That's what's best for your health. Just leave me alone. Here. Boys, we sail for the plantation.
Captain, you have the look of a man crafting a bold idea.
Indeed, sir.
I've seen before.
Indeed.
The manifest tells of the Beckford plantation on Cat Island and all the cargo kept there. And it gave me the idea that I might take these goods off them and sell the lot for a better price than they'd ever ask.
Ah, a man of vision. I like this idea.
The plantation belongs to a Peter Beckford. Do you know of his family? The Beckfords and their sugar empire.
Aye. The Beckfords and the Draxes. I never worked their plantations, but I knew their names from hearing other men curse them.
But you worked a plantation, no?
A modest one, aye. As a striker in the boiling house.
Boiling house? Was it water they boiled? Something else?
Cane juices. It's a hard process making sugar. Dangerous, too. Must be why it fetches such a dear price.
What's it like? Toiling on a plantation day and night?
Well, with the cane sugar cut and harvested, it's run between two metal rollers that crush the juice from the plant. Often it would happen that a man got his arm trapped in a roller and crushed to the thinness of a cream.
Oof.
In those times, it was an axe that separated the man from his plight, leaving his arm from his body.
Jesus.
After collecting the juice, It was time to boil away the waters from the sugar. This we did in thatches made of copper. But let me tell you, brother, boiling sugar is near the hottest thing on earth. Just a touch on the skin will stick like birdlime and burn on, leaving a terrible scar. I had friends lose eyes and fingers and arms working the boiling house. And as slaves, believe that we never heard a word of praise, nor an apology of any kind.
That's a sorry fate. I should like to take this plantation and its owners for all they're worth.
Indeed, sir. And that is what we'll do. Man. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not feeling great today. I'm definitely not feeling great. Okay, what's this? 621. Here's our island with the treasure over here. Maybe we should go get that treasure. What was it? Man. Yeah, I'm feeling a little run down today, fellas. Be honest with you. It's wearing on me the longer we play. If you go back into Eagle Vision, hold left trigger. Oh, hold left trigger in Eagle Vision while marking over the red, and it'll permanent mark them. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what you meant by hold left trigger in Eagle Vision. Got it. Okay. All right, let's look at our maps. $586, $811. So it was 586. Ah. 586, 684. Oh, this is... Oh, shoot. Oh, it's all the way up here, 811. Ah, it's... Oh, we were here. 580... Oh, we were here. It was that island we were on. Somewhere over here. Oh, it's right over... We were on this island. Son of a bitch. Right here. That's where our treasure is. We were on this island, and we missed it. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. We were right there. I will be damned. I'll be damned. All right. Once you get to Cat Island, find the sync point and you can fast travel back. Oh, okay.
Captain, that's Cat Island.
Thank you, Ade. Steady as she goes, lads.
Whoa.
Plantation.
It would be to our advantage.
Got some strong winds here, boys. I'm gonna try and hold her steady.
It's a risk to anchor too close. The soldiers roving the plantation would catch us for sure.
Drop here then and sneak ashore. We'll look after the jackdaw.
Whoa.
I'll have to slip past the guards and find the key.
Tread carefully and we'll see each other soon. Those stores should be brimming with cargo. Anchor away!
Okay. This game must hate me. Anytime I transition from island to island, I'm hit with water tornadoes and thunderstorms with massive waves. It's not fair. Yeah, bro. It does hate you. I've had fairly decent weather so far. A little bit of wind, but, you know. Nothing we can't manage. Alright. So this is all hostile territory, right? Okay, what's this? Warehouse. Okay. This is all hostile territory. So we got to be careful. Oh shit, I didn't even see those guys. Dummies. Okay. Like I said, all hostile territory. The water tornadoes are crazy in this game, Spider. Wait till you see one. All right, so now scan. Ah, right. So now... Ah, okay. Ah, nice. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. Oh, wow. Jeez, look at all this stuff. All right, sweet. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that is incredible. incredibly OP, dude. All right, I gotta sneak up on this dude. Okay. Need key. Okay.
Got you!
Gotcha. Gotcha. Man, these dudes are everywhere. Jeez. Ooh, watch this guy. Holy shit balls. Okay, can I disable this? Yes. Nice.
That'll keep things quiet.
Nice. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about those things. Find the warehouse key. Okay, where is the warehouse key? Where exactly would one hide a warehouse key? Ooh. Holy shit, man, they're everywhere.
mistake, mate.
Okay. Today's my birthday. Brandish every casket, bottle, and barrel of alcohol. Everyone is to partake and sing my praises. To ensure that this do goes splendidly, I will take charge of the stores and require its key. My father will be most grateful at your swift fulfillment of my commands, Emerson Beckford. Okay, so he has the key.
The Beckford brat should have the key.
Okay. Quick throw rope. Counter ranged attacks with rope dart quick throw. Right trigger plus B. Rope dart quick throw. Okay.
A house full of tipplers loaded to the gunwale. Which one's Beckford?
Ooh, we've got that guy up there. He's gonna be a problem. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be a problem. Yeah, the Eagle Eye is like super OP, bro. You're absolutely right about that. I find it funny, the Eagle Mark tech has been in so many past A creeds, and I never see anyone ever use it. Legit fave feature for lining up some crazy group kills as you can watch their pathing. Yeah, 100%. Rope dart equals scorpion if you're unaware. Generally to grab weapons but can pull people. Ah, okay. Okay, yeah, I didn't know what it did, honestly. But I'm not going to be able to finish this island today because it is 3 o'clock and I got to jump off. Also, I'm not feeling great, to be honest with you. I'm fading fast over here, man. Fading fast. Oh yeah, good call. Good call. System save. Yes. Good call. So that'll put us back on the island with like whatever. Okay. Right. We might have to redo these first guys again or something, right? It'll start where you're standing. Oh, okay, nice. All right, perfect. Okay, yeah, perfect. Perfect. We're like right here. Let's put ourselves... Actually, let's... Yeah. Yeah, let's put ourselves somewhere relatively safe. Yeah, this should be fine. That way, if it starts us standing up, we don't, like, get immediately spotted. Okay. Whew. All right. Yeah. I gotta jump off of here, gents, because I'm not feeling too well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am not feeling too great. I don't know what my problem is, man. Anyway, as always, happy Monday. Yeah, as long as it puts me where I'm at, we'll be good. Yeah, happy Monday. As always, thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for spending time with me. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening. Be safe. Stay blessed. Have fun. Take care of each other. You know, all that stuff. And yeah, have a great evening. I am, man, I'm not feeling too well. I think I might actually see if I can't convince my wife to let me take a nap for a little while before I take the baby. Also, we got to go to Costco, so that's going to be a fucking nightmare. But yeah, I love you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening.
Thick glass.
And, I'll see you next time. We'll be back tomorrow. We got a full week of Assassin's Creed ahead of us. Pretty excited. I'm loving this game so far. I really am. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm very happy with it. It's everything that I hoped it would be.
For Galaxian,
So yeah.
it was just Glenn and myself.
Yeah, we'll be
Glenn
back
was a
tomorrow.
great programmer, and
Yeah, man, thanks,
understanding
Sanchez.
gameplay,
I'm not
I
sure
was
what's
doing
wrong
the
with me,
graphics
but
part,
I think a little bit of a
figured out
nap
how to make
might
it work.
might help me out.
Pac-Man.
But yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I will see you next time.
Tell it's back.
I'm out of here for
It's
now.
got a lot of flicker.
We had Atari Japan.
Costco hot dogs, bro.
That we ended
All
up
right, guys.
selling to Namco. Atari Japan actually put Namco in the video game business.